the RNC believes that they can now control Donald Trump. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now, why do they think that? Well, not in terms of how he's going to run in the primaries. That horse has left the barn, right? So they think, no, if he's the general election candidate for the Republicans, that's okay. We hold some cards over him, and we'll be able to bring him to heel. Good luck with that. So let's explain what they think they could do against Donald Trump. And this is from Politico. Republican National Committee Chairman Reince Priebus has begun stating in private meetings that the party has sway over its, at times, unwelcome frontrunner because it has tools that Trump will need to use to win a general election. Voter data and field, digital and media operations that a nominee typically inherits from the party infrastructure. Well, that is a good point. Those things could be useful for a traditional candidate. Now, those are the tools that Rubio and Cruz said they had in ample supply, and that's why they were going to win Nevada. In fact, Rubio was talking about how Nevada was going to be his firewall against Donald Trump. Trump won Nevada by 22 points. All those tools were useless. Okay, they explained further, dangling access to these resources, Priebus thinks he can help steer Trump toward party-wide policy goals and away from the inflammatory rhetoric that Republican officials see as divisive and dangerous, especially outside of the primary, according to two Republican sources who have spoken with the RNC chairman. So let's understand that better. They're saying, we've got to get this guy back on talking points. Okay, number one, yeah, of course we're racist against most of the ethnicities in this country. We ran the Southern strategy against black people for 40 years. Of course we don't like those guys. Of course we don't like the Mexicans. You're not supposed to say it out loud, dummy. No, you're supposed to use coded words, political speak. But that's why Donald Trump's winning, because he doesn't speak like a politician. You've built up this racist base for him, and he's like, what are you guys speaking dog whistles for? These guys aren't that bright. Just say it. The Mexicans are criminals and rapists. Republican crowd goes, yes! The Muslims, I'm going to ban them. Obama is not a citizen. So you're going to try to get that guy under control. So number one, they want him to use talking points. Again, dog whistles don't just say the racist things, just imply them, right? Secondly, they want him to get back on talking points on things like, no. Corporations are always right. Trade deals are wonderful, even if they give all the power to multinational corporations. Remember, trade deals are wonderful. Okay, Trump's not listening. Trump said that we should be even-handed against Israel and Palestine. Not against, but in favor of both of those places so they can get a peace deal. It's one of the very rare logical things he said. The Republicans' hair is on fire. Get back to talking points. We're not even-handed. Okay? We only support Israel. Who cares about the goddamn Palestinians? Get back on talking points. Well, he won't. Look, for better or for worse, usually for worse, much worse. Now, Sean Spicer is the chief strategist for the RNC and communications director. He adds, look, it's a relationship. Every nominee, it doesn't matter this cycle or last cycle, understands now that the role of parties is critical in terms of the manpower, the data, the press operations, the research. Yeah, but dude, the party's clearly not on Trump's side. Hadn't been critical so far, okay? Now, there is one other thing. The money, Lebowski. So the national parties also traditionally spend heavily in support of their presidential nominees. They're permitted to spend $24 million in direct coordination with their respective standard bearers and an unlimited amount independently supporting them. Yeah. Now, you would read that, and most people think that's logical. Oh, I see. Of course he's going to want to get out the vote and have all that access to the data that any reasonable politician would want to, and then $24 million, and he's going to want that. No. First of all, it's a bluff. You think the RNC is not going to spend the money they're allowed to spend to make sure a Republican wins the presidency? It's the most obvious bluff in the world. And to his credit, Trump can call a bluff, right? He doesn't know a lot of things, but he does know how to play poker in those ways, right? So say, oh, you're not going to spend money on me even though I'm your candidate. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. And I'll remember if I'm president. Oh, they're going to bend so quickly. They're going to go, okay, here, $24 million. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Okay, that's how this negotiation is going to go. And look, you think Trump's a savvy politician that works hard and figures out, oh, I could use this data this way and the demographics that way, and I need to get out the vote? He doesn't do any of that. That's partly why he lost in Iowa, by the way. But you got nothing on him, man. These guys are such knuckleheads. They still haven't figured out what's going on. Trump NATO is rolled into the RNC, and he's thrown everything around, and they're still like, no, I think we can get that twister under control. Yeah, we got this. We got this on lockdown. Right? Wrong.